Hey everybody, welcome. Today we're looking at this guy right here. This is the one and only full-sized 1-to-1 AEG replica of the HK MP7 by Elite Force and Umarex. And this tiny little package comes with a really big price tag. Is it worth it? Stay tuned to find out. Hey everybody, welcome. If this is your first time here and you're into gear guides and gun reviews and gameplay and all sorts of other cool airsoft stuff, join us now by hitting that subscribe button and that notification bell so that you don't miss anything. As we mentioned, this is the only 1-to-1 full-sized AEG replica of the HK MP7. It is a premium airsoft AEG that comes with a very premium price tag. And this particular one was provided to us by Fox Airsoft for review, where you can go pick it up for $400. Well, we want to go over every inch of this so we know exactly what we're getting for the money. But first, let's see what's in the box.
What's in the box?
All right, guys, today we are looking at this Elite Force HK licensed MP7 AEG. This is the officially licensed 1-to-1 replica of the MP7 AEG. It goes for $399.95, so basically 400 bucks. So let's have a look at it. All right, so inside we have got some product info. Looks like a registration card, probably a warranty information, and an owner's manual. I'm not gonna break into that because this one does have to go back. Got the gun itself. There you go, sweet. All your HK roll marks, Heckler and Koch. Comes with a 120 round mid-cap magazine. Got a fold out vertical grip, safe semi and automatic. Mag release is a paddle style, ambidextrous paddle style. Actually, there you go. So you can see the magazine actually has this follower that pops out right there. So the magazine is empty and you're playing around with it. If this follower is out, you got to be especially careful that you don't try and jam that into the mag well and damage that follower right there. So always make sure that follower is in. Horizontal stock. Press this little button and it'll go out to 4 different positions. Got 1, 2, 3, 4 positions. On this side you can see the ejection port. And if we pull this charging handle back, it does reveal a dial style hop up, if you can see it in there. The one thing right off the bat I can see that's missing from this gun is there's no side rails. So it looks like you've got some attachment points if you want to add side rails on this, and I would say that's definitely, will give it more of a finished look for sure. It's got plenty of Picatinny rail space up top if you want to put optics and accessories. Battery compartment goes up front. We'll talk about that a little bit later, but very small battery compartment. They actually make a special battery specifically for this gun, but we'll see if we can fit something else in there. So yeah, there you go. That's everything in the box. All right, so let's go talk about this gun. All right, so first off, this gun is made by VFC and it's fully licensed by Heckler & Koch. It is a 1-to-1 replica of the real-life compact PDW developed for vehicle crews and security details to have a compact weapon that still has the power to punch through body armor. And this gun was developed to compete with the FNP90. The AEG has a 16.5-inch long nylon reinforced body with a 7.73-inch inner barrel, and it weighs in at just 3 pounds, 12 ounces. It is perfect as a CQB primary, and it's actually small enough to carry out onto the field as a secondary if you really wanted to, and they do recognize this by giving you dual-purpose sights. When these sights are down, they're pistol sights, and when they're flipped up, they're adjustable rifle sights. You've got a very decent sized upper Picatinny rail that you can run optics and accessories on this gun. And there are attachment points on left and right for you to add side rails to the gun as well. Unfortunately, these don't come with the gun, which I think they should, but you have the option of buying these separately and adding them to the gun. There's a small safety flash hider up front, which actually seems like it may be metal. And then on the back, you've got a 4-position retractable stock that you adjust with this little lever right here. It's got a folding vertical grip up front, which locks into place, and you can unlock it by pulling down this little tab right here. If you want to run with it folded up, you give it kind of a pistol action. And then behind the mock bolt right here, when you pull the charging handle back, you have got a dial style vertical hop up. Bolt release right here. Firing modes are safe, semi, and fully automatic. And the magazine that comes with it is a 120 round mid-cap magazine. Now replacements for this magazine are $29.95, and you should keep that in mind because these magazines are kind of finicky and you're probably going to end up wanting extras. The magazine itself does include a follower, so you want to make sure that when this is out of your gun that follower is pushed back down in, so when you're inserting the mag you don't accidentally break that follower off. So when the magazine is empty, it does stop firing, and the gun won't fire with the mag out as well, although you can force it to test fire with the mag out by holding down the bolt release right here, and it will test fire. Now internally on this gun, even though the body is all polymer, it does have full metal internals, and it's got a built-in MOSFET and a quick change spring system. The gearbox is LiPo ready. In fact, they do recommend an 11.1 LiPo battery. Now that brings us to the topic of the battery compartment, which is located right above the foregrip right here. You get to it by removing this front piece, and it has a very notoriously small battery compartment. Elite Force actually does make their own 900 mAh 11.1 LiPo battery specifically for this gun to fit into that small battery compartment. But we actually did fit our own 4-inch 1000 mAh 11.1 LiPo battery into that compartment because it's only 4 inches long. But that is the absolute max that you're going to get into there. A 1200 mAh 11.1 stick LiPo is going to be 5 inches long, and it's going to poke out of the end. Now you could run a longer candy bar or stick battery in here and have it sticking out of the end without the battery cap back on there, but you know, that'd look kind of janky. So the gun advertises that it shoots 330 to 350 FPS with .20 gram BBs. So let's go check out how this gun performs right now. The gun came in shooting substantially hotter than advertised at 370 to 375 feet per second with .20 gram BBs. With a really high rate of fire of 22 rounds per second with an 11.1 LiPo. And the gun definitely lived up to its reputation of having some pretty significant distance for a gun so small. You really wouldn't know that you have a 7-inch barrel with the accuracy and consistency you're getting from this gun. Really not sure how they did that. And listen to that gearbox. Tight, crisp, and clean. But it wasn't without its minor issues. This is the second time I've had to do this, where this little follower got stuck down in here, and I had to kind of shake it loose. Seems to be kind of finicky. Alright. So let's try this again. Overall, minor issues aside, it was a really good gun and really fun to shoot. Alright guys, so there you go. The gun is shooting much harder than advertised, shooting about 370 to 375 feet per second with .20 gram BBs, and at about a 22 rounds per second rate on a 11.1 LiPo. So if you're using this for indoor CQB where the limit's 350, you may have to take advantage of that quick change spring system right off the bat. Overall, the feel of shooting the gun is really good, but there are a few things that I would be remiss not to note. Number one, firing on full auto, this mag is gone in an instant. And speaking of the mag, we did have a problem with the follower in this mag a couple of different times. Twice we had to take the mag apart and coax the follower back up because it had gotten lodged in the channel. So you've got to make sure not to try and overfill this magazine. The follower's a bit finicky and it can get lodged down in that channel. Also, the grip angle on this gun is a straight up 90-degree angle. And if you're used to a more angled pistol or rifle grip, it takes a little bit of getting used to. The whole time I was shooting it, I felt like I was aiming way too high, or I was overcompensating too high, but that's exactly what it needed. I'm sure over time, I completely get used to this and it would feel completely natural. And also, if you're running an optic on this and you dial your optic in and you're just trusting that you're putting your red dot where you want the BB to go, you got nothing to worry about. But the grip does feel a little bit different, and it's just something to note. And then cosmetically, I would have liked to have seen the gun come with the side rails at $400 because it does kind of look like something's missing, and at that price, it shouldn't. But it is really fun to shoot, and it shoots really well. It has got a nice, crisp, quiet gearbox, really good trigger response, plenty of hop up, and that burst on full auto is very satisfying. So guys, tell us what you think about this HK MP7 AEG by Elite Force and Umarex. Have you played with one before? Do you think that this is worth the $400 price tag? For me, I'd probably say it's worth that price tag, but also for me, it's a nice to have. It's something that I would buy if I stumbled into some extra money. So guys, thanks for hanging out. And if you like what we're doing here and you want to help the channel out, like, comment, share, all that good stuff, because that engagement really does help us get out in front of more new people. And hey, if you want to get access to some extra features and content, maybe consider becoming a Patreon. But definitely, if you haven't already, join us on our airsoft journey by hitting that subscribe button and that notification bell so that you don't miss a single video that comes out every Tuesday with bonus videos on Friday. And until then, we'll see you next time.